Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Will on TNT, episode 2 of season 1. This episode, very nice. It is called Cowards Die Many Times. Y'all ready to get to it? Let's get to it. Young William Shakespeare, still figuring out himself as a writer, poet, playwright, legend. This is prior to his legendary mark being made on this world. Alice Burbage is in a bold blue dress, and she is assisting him with finishing his words. He's just freestyling. He's just walking around like this, writing his words. He's not just writing with his calligraphy, feather, and ink at a table, going at it. He is standing in this empty house. He's seeing the people, he's seeing the actors, he's seeing the players, he's seeing everything before himself, and he's just playing with words, and I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. And talk poetry amongst each other, and it was almost flirtatious, and you're like, when is it gonna happen? Okay, first of all, William, you are married, and you are playing the game with so many people in this episode. What we learned this season is we're gonna see many things. We're gonna see Will's battle for love, respect, his wife, Will and Marlowe, Will and Alice, Burbage story, the politics and religion, the impact of the theater, actors in this lifestyle that they live. We're seeing the fans and how they receive the art. They want laughter. They don't want the drama. They want outrageousness, over the top shenanigans, and they want it over sexualized. But that's what they want. That kind of the same thing as what fans want now. We want, not everybody's down for the drama. There's not a lot of shows like Will on TV. There's not a lot of dramas. A lot of shows on like ABC, NBC, they're more, a lot of the main shows are comedy. That's what folk want. Everything is over sexualized on TV, music, everything. So they're not too far from 2017, and this is what, 1580 something, I'm guessing. I don't know. Interesting though, right? Who can say what secret lies in a man's soul? Wow, that was beautiful. Will feels that they are making a mockery of his work, making a mockery of his words. The actors in this theater performance, they're all working for applause. That's what's driving them. It's not the money involved. It's the applause. They want to feel it. Isn't that the same thing now as ratings? If the show's not getting ratings and applauses, it gets canceled. I mean, look, it's still star-crossed. The fans support. Some of us support it, but I guess not in the numbers that it needed to be. I'm just saying. Yo, look. This episode, they had men humping men. We just learned so much when it came to these actors. And for this to be the second episode, they are going there and they are not afraid to... the little boy scene, they're not afraid to go there. I'm just saying, what other show has done, what other show is doing that? The wardrobe's pretty cool. The people with a lot more money dressed in all black. The folks in the theater are dressed in bright colors, lots of reds and oranges, and the wigs are bright red. The stage is an all wooden stage, which is pretty beautiful for it to be. How they feel is not bringing money in. It's still very beautiful. The drapes that are all around, the curtains, the burgundies, the bright red and burgundy workings. It's very pretty. Down to the seal that was on the letter that young Will brought, that got him in all kinds of trouble. War between actor and writer. The actor yells at Will that you write words, nothing more. That's gotta be hurtful, man. We find that there is a witness to the stabbing that happened in episode 1. What? So we know he's probably going to die because it's going to come out that he witnessed it. Marlowe's probably going to be the one to kill that guy. So who's going to be in charge of wardrobe? On another note, when Will was writing a letter to his wife saying how much he missed his kids and her, Alice interrupted it, almost jarring him, and he jumps up to put all his attention towards her. Wasn't that powerful? Because it's saying so much just in that scene. You're willing to put your wife on the back burner for this lady. Put your wife on ice and your kids on chill for the art. Now you put another woman. It's like he's he's torn. He's gonna be torn. He might not be torn right now. He's a little ripped, but he's about to be. He's questioning why, which makes her character, Alice Burbage, her character is always questioning things, and at the same time she's debating, and at the same time she's battling herself because she doesn't know who she is in this world because of her gender. She feels because she's a woman that she's got all these blocks and obstacles, and this glass ceiling is dated so far back that it's ridiculous. She wants to know the truth. Is he a Catholic? Is he a spy? That her struggle is of gender and love. Will is saying, I came to London to find greatness. Dang, I'm going through all of this and seeing all of this, witnessing all of these things, and I'm just on this search for greatness. We see a lot of wine sipping, a lot of males with earrings, dark black necklace, typically in dark colors. He's got, like I said, the 5 o'clock shadow, thin, long, curly hair. He's a nice looking male. He's interesting. He brings something different to TV. This cut on the inside, I believe, of his inside of his hand. It's healing now. Wound is healing, but his heart is splitting at the same time. Other writer, Marlowe, who is this very, very free spirit, lost in his art, smokes a pipe, has tattoos on his chest, he wears rings, he has tattoos on his finger. He will do anything for the attention. He'll do anything for the fans to receive him as, to praise him up. That he'll do anything for the limelight, to stay in it, and it's dangerous. And wow, he brings so much to the show. Smells greatness when it comes to Will, and that made me say, uh-oh, he's too sneaky. He's super sneaky. Richard is body bumping at this point with this lady saying, take me, conquer me. He just can't stop his acting, which was hilarious. I mean, dude, you are really, you are handling your business right now, and you're still in the moment of like this. This is technically what he said. I am moved to greatness. I'm wondering who was watching. They said it was someone's husband watching. Who knows who was truly watching him? And will Richard die this season from doing something so reckless because he's so just all over the place, you know? Who knows? Paid him a fee. Wow. So he's a male too. She paid for the services. You got to pay to play, right? Pouring wine. We see this crazy torturing going on this season. And I'm just like, wow, really? What I am and wish to be are not one and the same. Will, he is so deep and so, his words are just beautifully scripted. I love it. Then he's tempted. He's tempted by Marlowe. You want to be successful? You want to be rich? You want to be admired? Do you desire greatness? And then he slams him down. And man, they all, tussling for a little bit. Then he pulls him in, and I'm like, uh-oh. They get all close up, blah, 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 and then they kiss, and then they push each other away. And I'm like, oh, I didn't see that coming. I mean, I heard William Shakespeare. Did you notice in the background it was a fire crackling, as if the fire was just inflamed with these two? And I said, wow, y'all better come through with the visuals and the sound effects. What happened is, did that get your fire going, young William Shakespeare? Is that another defining moment for you? So now you torn. Now we see you're gonna have a Marlowe issue, like I said. You're gonna have at least Alice issue. You're gonna have your wife issue. You got your art form issue. And then you got this little boy who's trying to hold something over your head issue. Theater is watching what you can't have. Wow, deep. This torture device. Can we quickly talk about this torture device that the poor guy endured? It's got weights on it. He's seizing. He's about to tell everything, and then the blood squirts out of his mouth. It was disgusting, yet I'm sure they did their research on torture devices from back then. Wow. The legs, the hanging, and then pulling it, and he goes up a little bit more, and he's just standing there, and he's just up against the wall, helpless, and he didn't even do it. That's what's messed up. Marlowe, you're the reason this guy is dead, okay? Wow. then they end up saying this player died of shame. They rode him onto the stage. Mind you, he's dead. They cleaned him up, put his clothes on, down to his boots, threw him on the stage, said he died of shame, left him on the stage. The family is mourning, and that was ultimately the defining moment for William Shakespeare, and it angered him. And we know that fame is a drug, and also James Burbage is losing a lot. I really enjoyed the Mama Burbage. I think she was awesome. I think her character is giving everything. And matter of fact, James Burbage, I really like him because he was Thomas Durant in Hell on Wheels. And if you haven't watched Hell on Wheels, you are missing a heck of a series. The actor who plays James Burbage is so magnificent that he deserves a round of applause. So Marlowe and William Shakespeare, from now on, they're basically flirting and giving googly eyes to each other every time they have a scene together. And he says, "You are a curiosity." Interesting. What? So the little boy, it really threw me. I'm not gonna lie, it really threw me to see the little boy steal the wardrobe and then dance in it. And he was turning himself into character as if he was a young girl. What's the little boy's name? Drop a comment below and let me know, because I forgot. So he's spinning, posing as a girl alone, and he entices an older, nasty male who tries to basically take, I don't know, the proposition, and he says, "Purse or your family jewels," and he's got the knife, "Purse or your family jewels." And he gets the money, but he's so angered from inside, he still cuts the male, yells at him to leave all the other young prostitutes alone, because he's got his sister who is still selling herself. And wow, that scene was just, it made my stomach just cringe and crush. So the main actor that Burbage needs, who's helped this theater, he ends up quitting. William Shakespeare is so skilled with that gift of the gab. I keep saying, I know y'all getting tired of me saying it, but I keep saying it. But anyway, he goes to this actor and he says, "I can make the world know your name." He's saying, "I can make you a part that all the world will basically know your name. They will scream your name. You will make people laugh and cry." And he has the vision. Young William Shakespeare has this vision and a gift of the gab and a gift of creating, to the point that the man actually came back to the Burbage residence, and they all partied it up and said, "This guy is gonna make the world, he's gonna show the world that I can act," to the point of, "I'm gonna be doing something, I'm gonna do comedy and drama. It's a dramedy, like they're gonna laugh and cry. I'm gonna be the man." That's what he's saying. And he's he's an amplified, excited actor, ready for the words to be penned. I really enjoyed it when Will told that actor, when he was still trying to persuade him to come back, he said all the world cried for him. It was a super great episode. For it to be the second one, I enjoyed it. I feel like they have so much room to grow, because next season they can go a lot. They can go a good I can see this show going at least to season 3. Marlowe's not gonna die this season. He's gonna make it because he's too good. Richard's probably gonna be the next to die. I feel like when the little boy died, when the little boy dies, which he probably will, he'll probably die in William's hand, and it's gonna be another defining moment to where he's gonna start writing deaths, I bet. Anywho, y'all let me know what you think about this episode.